The Texans signed 30-year-old wide receiver Robert Woods, $10 million guaranteed over 2 years. The key storyline, he suffered an ACL injury in 2021. Prior to that, he had at least 86 catches in 3 straight seasons. Typically takes about a year to get back to 100% after an ACL. So this would be the time where he would be more towards 100%. He could be a steal at that price, gives you a solid vet, assuming that you deal Brandon Cooks, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great deal contractually for the Texans. It's roughly $7.5 million per year. This will be his age 31 season coming up with the Texans. I like the deal a lot. Number 1A, because it means the departure of Brandon Cooks is imminent. And that's nothing but a good thing for the locker room, and for obviously on the field in a multitude of reasons. He needs to be out. But, you look at a player like Robert Woods, who just a few years ago was coming off back-to-back 1,000-plus yard seasons, could have had a third straight in 2020, fell a little bit short. Unfortunately for him, he had to play for the Tennessee Titans and spent 3 games with Malik Willis not throwing him the football because, 1, he can't throw, and then 2, the Tennessee Titans just decided, throwing is dumb when you have Derrick Henry, so we're not going to do that anyway. Robert Woods, if you look at the comparison between his production last year and Brandon Cooks' production for the Texans, it's pretty close. And Cooks, he played in 4 less games, but the most encouraging thing is Woods played in all 17 games. That tells me health should not be a concern moving forward. However, in the same breath as I say that, did a little bit of a deep dive on 30-year-old wide receivers coming off of ACL injuries. A study that was done from the years 2013 to 2018 took a pool of 20 players. There was only about 3 players in that pool that were age 30 or older coming off of an ACL injury, and none of them, with the exception of Jordy Nelson, ever went back to the type of production pre-ACL injury. And so it's a very anomalous sort of thing. However, I think it's a really good deal, not to mention he's a leader, and he's been vaunted as a leader and a developer of young receivers. Van Jefferson in LA is an example. And then 2, he was also credited with helping bring Odell Beckham Jr. into LA when those 2 guys were there. And to boot, the Rams once upon a time ago made the decision to keep Robert Woods over Brandon Cooks. So I like the deal for the Texans.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.